morning, everyone. Hope everybody's doing good. I am over at the dewatering site. We're out in Niagara. And I just wanted to give an overview of how our operations work out here. What you see behind me, well, this blue bin is where the material gets stored in. It's a mix tank. It's got 4 mixers all throughout it. It keeps the material homogeneous and keeps makes it easier for processing, so you don't have the solids settling out in the bottom, and you don't have to worry about different percent solids coming in, because that's a huge factor in how you're processing the material. So the material comes into here, and then the guys pump it through these pumps here that you see, these ones here, these yellow ones, or these gray ones, and from there the biosolids get pumped into these tanks here, these ITRs. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ITRs sitting on this site. So what happens is we pump the material into these things, comes out of, well, in this job, comes out of these lagoons here, and what we do is we put it through that blue tank. Then from the blue tank it gets sucked out with these pumps, and so there's the where is it? There's the right there is the port for the where it comes out of the tank, goes through these pumps. We add polymer product. Polymer is basically like a glue. It takes all the solids out of the liquid. So say you have a black coffee, for example, I can add a little bit of this material and it will take the black right out of your coffee. You'll be left with a black goo on the bottom of your cup and clear water at the top. So it majorly separates up to a very, very fine particle material, making those particles connect together and drop out of suspension. So we add polymer to this biosolids as it's going through, or whatever product we're processing. It gets pumped into these drums that are behind me. Those drums, they fill up. They fill one at a time. The water, you can see these ports right here that look like they're black frozen. Well, they are frozen a little bit, and on this one here you can see the same thing. Those are where the water comes out of. So the machine fills up, the water drains out. There's screens on the inside of that drum that coat the inside of that drum, and then the water seeps out. The solids stay inside there. Once the machine is full, then the operators turn on the power onto that drum, and that drum just rotates very, very slowly. Just pumps or squeezes. Basically, it's like a roller, and it kneads the water out of the biosolids, so it keeps dropping on top of itself and rolling. And it takes about, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about it used to take about 40 minutes to do a full rotation. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but it's very, very slow. You really almost have to like put a mark on the wall and say, okay, yeah, now I see it turning, kind of thing. That's how slow those drums turn as it's trying to dewater the material. So as it's turning, it's pressing down farther on the bottom of the drum, and then the water squeezes out and comes out and gets pumped back to the either the headworks of the plant or wherever the client wants the water, the clean water, to go. All kinds of finicky things that come into play. The weather, whether it's warm, cold, solids in percentage coming in, whether it's 2% solids of biosolids coming in, or 10%. All these things play into the amount of polymer that you need to add and get the right flock. The flock is the chunk, the biosolids chunk that is glued together, so to speak, from the polymer. So that flock needs to be a certain way, and it's just, yeah, it takes a little bit sometimes of trial and error to hit the ground running. So anyways, this is day 2. They're hoping to clean out these ITRs and get going. I think they might have 1 or 2 that are will pass slump for where we have to dispose of it in Niagara here. So hopefully we'll get them emptied out, get these suckers filled up again. Usually we let them we fill them up during the day and then rotate them at night, just let them run at night. spinning, and come back in the morning and empty them out. So here's hoping that this works well today. These guys can get things hopping and get the process working. We have, I think, 300 dry tons that we need to process, which is not a lot, but it just needs to get done. So here's hoping that things go well. But that's basically dewatering in a nutshell. We've got that big, you can see this this thing here is a big 3 or 4 foot wide conveyor that these ITRs, the back doors open. You can see them somewhat. I can get a little closer maybe. We can see how all that works. But yeah, once the ITRs are full, we designed this back door to be put on here with Buddy Manufacturing. So this back doors were put on. They're electronic. The thing moves. All the clamps unlock at the same time. This bottom part of the door opens up and it drops onto this conveyor belt. Make sure I don't fall here. Drops onto this conveyor belt, goes up this conveyor belt into the dump trailer, and hopefully to the landfill. Oh yeah, you can see the material coming out on this one over here, right? Anyways, that's our polymer trailer right there. All our polymer and make down unit and everything else, because you get polymer in a 1 cubic meter tote. It's a concentrate. You add water to it and a whole high-tech machine. You add water. It's called a make down unit, so it emulsifies it, makes it into a product. So 1 cubic meter of polymer would probably make, I don't know, maybe 45 cubic meters of polymer, maybe even more. I'm not even sure the ratios anymore off the top of my head, but it makes a lot of product. So anyways, that's it in a nutshell. I don't know if you guys got any questions, but if you do, put them down in the chat, and yeah, hopefully I can get some answers back to you if need be. All right, but yeah, this is it. This is the big dewatering process. We have 8 of these units right now. 4 that we're using on this project. We got 1 out in Sarnia. It's doing a fantastic job there for our client. So yeah. Oh, one other thing. So the clean water that comes out of these drums here, drops into a tray in the bottom. You can see that tray there. Drops into this tub down here for this project, and we are pumping this material back to wherever they want us to pump it to. So, yeah. So our goal for many years has always been clean water returned and solids out to its end use. So, anyways. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. Hopefully it is informative and it influences some of you maybe to get in the dewatering crew and experiment with that division. There's lots of opportunities there. There's lots of knowledge, and it's working with different pieces of equipment, and really it's a nice little science project to be working on. So yeah. Keep that in mind when you're coming on board to ask about that division. All right, see you later, guys.